one thing in my head, and it's not gonna like make a difference whether or not I like the movie or not, but in my head it's like, wow, this is all happening when, again, like an event that was like a million times worse than 9/11.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but don't fuck this up. DC, that's all we're asking. Let's real quick take a look at one of the DC movies that came out. As far as the trailer goes, it came out at Comic-Con. I'm telling you, this is what I told him at the beginning of the show. I said, man, the bully had a sick day, and and the victims are just prancing down the hall really happy. Marvel is not at, and HBO are not at Comic-Con. And Warner Brothers just took the box and just dumped everything they had right there and showing the world what they got. They're really taking advantage of this. And I have to say, that's a smart thing to do, because while they're just getting pummeled with criticism for the Titans trailer that came out because it's so dark. The universe that they have, everybody's talking about, is so dark. Wonder Woman, that was a success, and now if they finally said, maybe we too dark, somebody cut the lights on around here, pay them electricity bills, and now we got Shazam, and Shazam is probably one of the most lighthearted things that they've done so far. If you go by this trailer, let's go ahead and take a look at Shazam. We'll come back and give a real quick reaction to it.
What, you need your fake family to stand up for you? Hey.
That's some bullshit, man.
I was going to say, are bullies really that bad in 2018?
Yeah.
Holy crap, man.
Even bullies back in my day, we even say, no, don't fuck with the crippled kid.
Yeah.
It's like they just, this is prison shit, man.
You're dead.
Here, first of all, I know some people who are real critics of DC. They're gonna say, "Oh man, you just trying to be Marvel right now. Marvel getting all them laughs and how much money they make, and look at you now." While that could be a valid criticism, okay, true. And then some people saying, put that Batman symbol in there. You still trying this universe shit? Come on, man. Come on, I thought we gave up on that idea a long time ago. And true. It does make me feel like don't try to crowbar this into some kind of big universe that's going on. But I'm gonna tell you something. I love it. I love what I'm seeing right here, and the big reason why is because it reminds me of it's big.
Yes, thank you.
It's big with superpowers.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, y'all remember Tom Hanks Big, where there was a kid who just decided to be big one day, and he turned into an adult. He turned into Tom Hanks. And he did it by magical powers.
Yeah,
it's the same thing we got here. I was like, man, you know what? Okay, even not being original too much here. With what you got going on, but so what? If it's gonna work, I'm all for it. How do you feel about it, man?
No, totally, and I like that's totally what I was thinking in my head. But I also like too that it's like one of those like amateur superhero movies, like the stuff like Super with Rainn Wilson, or even like Kick-Ass, or Defendor with Woody Harrelson. But if those three characters actually like did have superpowers, but we're still kind of amateurs about it, like. He's learning how to fly, and he falls, and like hits his head. He figures out he's bulletproof, and there's still a sense of wonder to him, like kind of discovering like really quickly. That
and he's still powers. A kid, man. There's certain things that I'd be like, okay, man, really, y'all, you're picking up internet trends and putting them in the movie just to appeal to the kids. Like he's doing the backpack kid dance. In here, like you see right here. But you know what? I'm like, I have to think like. He's a kid in the age of the internet. If you're going to put an internet gag in there, might as well do it right here. It makes sense.
For sure. And with that said, Zachery Levi always seemed like a good idea in my head, but seeing it in the trailer really works. Because if you see him in even shows like Chuck way back when, he always had this persona of like...
A big kid.
A big kid, yeah. And just seeing it in the trailer really worked a lot. The costume for me, I'm still not entirely sold on. I'm not sure, but... it looks good right now.
It fits the tone.
And that's what I was literally about to say. I think with the tone and what they're going to do, who knows if this is still part of the DCEU overall universe.
Yeah.
They're still kind of iffy on that.
They put that bat symbol in there, man.
Yeah.
That was there just in case.
Yeah.
You know? Well, I tell you, man, that costume, it fits the tone. But if they do decide, as you say, Miles, if they do decide to put him in the bigger universe, and we have to get just a little bit darker, is this going to fit? You know, how do you feel about that?
You know, it's interesting because I think after all these, like, I don't want to say failures, but all the, I guess, the fan criticism on all these overall recent movies, I really think Aquaman is going to be like the sort of reboot, not really beginning of like, how does Aquaman does? Because if that performs well with the critics and the fans, and then Shazam comes out in the spring, we might see maybe how Shazam ends with the end of or the ending of Shazam, how it might tease into maybe Aquaman, and then if however fans react to that, they might go from there.
Yeah. You know, in this is going to be the best thing about this is that if DC plays this right. If y'all don't fuck this up, this could be a good between Wonder Woman and now Shazam. If there's going to be any good, you can now have some fresh ground to start on. Yeah, everybody's talking about how Flash should be like a reboot. This could almost be a reboot of what they're going to do right here. This could set a lighter tone and then slip into more serious things, kind of like what Marvel did leading up to Infinity War. You know, start fresh. Let Aquaman come out and do his thing. Let Shazam make the people laugh and make people feel endeared, and you know, let them stand on their own. And then let's start and let Wonder Woman come out and do her thing, and then let's start pushing it into a universe. Yeah. But you make a good point about the costume, man, because Wonder Woman's costume was so good. I thought that they did a good job of bringing that into the real world. This right here still looks like, well, you can't see it right there because he's still in that subway. But if you look right here, it still looks like a cartoon. It looks like an animated character. Being that this is a comedy. That's cool. But the more we go on, what are you going to do?
But there's 2 points. One, I can't help but think when they casted Dwayne Johnson way back in 2004 as being Black Adam, I see Dwayne Johnson being much more serious about this, not more so the Jumanji route where it's going to be lighthearted. So how are we going to see a lighthearted Black Adam? Because I can't see Dwayne Johnson really play the funny role. Zachery Levi.
Actually, I got a idea about that, man. I think it's kind of cool that they start out with this being sort of a lighter film and a more of a comedy, so that when you do get into Black Adam, it's gonna be like, okay, this shit ain't funny anymore. You know, how are you gonna face this foe now that ain't playing games with you? You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, you know.
Actually, that might even be a good point. Even before we see, what was I gonna say? Who's the main villain in DC? Not Apocalypse. I am butchering this up.
Not
Darkseid.
Yeah.
If maybe we see Black Adam as the like precursor to him, or maybe we might get both, but like Dwayne Johnson will be maybe more the focal point to the bigger bad.
And by that point, I can see all of these movies working together in the same universe. Because as much as I do like the trailer for this, as much as I do enjoy the tone, and it does feel like it's something different from the others, it is hard to buy that this is the same universe where like the last act of Man of Steel happened. You know?
Well, I mean, take Ragnarok.
Yeah,
and then take one of their other movies. What is one of their darker films?
Like Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Putting those in. If you even want to go as far as, and I'm still not convinced it's the case, so maybe this is a bad example, but take the Punisher and Thor Ragnarok.
And that's true. But I mean, at that point in those series, there has been multiple movies before then that you can kind of gradually accept that. Whereas this, it's what is this? The fifth or sixth DC movie, and the ones before then, all kind of like, some are better than the others, but you can all kind of as much as I did like Wonder Woman in the last act, it looks like Batman v Superman.
Yeah, it sure does, man. That's why I gave it a matinee instead of playing full price. I was like, I'm sorry, y'all, but this is not that great of a movie when it gets to the end.
Same here. And I'm glad that it doesn't look like Shazam is doing that. Like, I don't think it's going to turn into like that in the last act of it.
No.
But it does, being such an early kind of tonal shift. One thing in my head, and it's not going to like make a difference whether or not I like the movie or not, but in my head it's like, wow, this is all happening when, again, like an event that was like a million times worse than 9/11 happened.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
DC, that's all we're asking. You know, you really are getting a fresh start here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to say this. If I'm a betting man, I think they might do the Wonder Woman route where they might slightly, maybe not in the beginning, but at some point say like, yeah, this is part of the universe, just to say it, to look at the audience and wink. And then be like, but we're just going to focus on this self-contained movie.
Or just make the
Shazam
writing better.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny because we talk about how this is so lighthearted. This is not dark. I don't know, man. You beat the fuck out of a cripple kid.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
I mean, this ain't even lunch money. This is prison kicking somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, they just came this short of shanking this dude.
Well, if it was Batman v Superman, though, he would just shot him in the back of the head.
Oh yeah, Batman would have killed his ass. One of them kids would be in a wheelchair. The other kid would be fucking dead. You know?
Yeah, it's Robin's origins.
And then one of those bullies would have come and said, "Fuck Batman." Listen, the biggest thing about this, if they pull this off, this works out for me. I can finally get all you DC nerds to get the fuck off my back. I can finally say something nice